So I came up with a new term, or like a new phrase, or whatever. Feel free to use this if you want it. It's all yours. So okay, a little bit of context or whatever, or the story behind it is I was watching this thing called How to Make a Medieval Castle, and they said that to make the main mortar for like the main blocks or bricks of the castle, because it's made out of like limestone bricks or blocks, they said to make the mixture you need crushed rocks and ashes and water and then horsehair. And it's funny because I know firsthand that you can literally make limestone plaster or whatever. It's literally just crushed limestone, ashes, and water. Like, you literally don't need horsehair. And so I was wondering, why would they say that you need horsehair in this documentary? Like, why would they just throw in horsehair randomly into the ingredients list? And then I thought about that. The main reason that I could think of, or the only reason that, I could think that they would do that is so that you don't know how to make mortar or cement. Because if you know that cement is just rocks, ashes, water, you can make a castle super easily. But see, that's the point, is that's the reality of it. But they almost don't want you to know certain things. And I know that sounds like conspiratorial or whatever, but it's true. I've started using this as a phrase in my own life, and so I'm just gonna say it as if it's a thing, and people are gonna wonder, they're like, that's not a phrase. But so this video is gonna make it a phrase, because now I say horsehair whenever I'm referring to something that's an added extra step that's unnecessary to make you think that you can't do something. Because those things actually do exist everywhere. It's not just the frickin' concrete thing. And that's why I'm like, this could be a whole term. Is because that's something that people do. I come across that all the time, like with AI or ChatGPT, or like anytime you ever ask how to make something, or anytime you ever ask how to do something, they always add an extra step, or they always make it sound more complicated than it actually is, so that you don't want to do it. I swear to God. Or, you need something that you can't get. Because, you need horses to make a castle. That's pretty much what they're telling you, is you can't just make the limestone plaster out of just rocks and ashes and water. No, you need horses. And you need to shave them, and you need horsehair to make a castle. But you obviously don't. But, and so there's things like that everywhere. They'll be like, you need this to do that. When a lot of times you actually don't. And so now I kind of use that as an actual phrase. Like, they'll be like, to do blah, 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 you need all this crap. I'll be like, but how much of that is just horsehair, though? You know what I mean? How much of that is just, Because there's always at least one thing. Like, I could even make my own house. Except for I'm just missing this one thing, I could build a castle, but I don't have horses, I don't have the horsehair part. So I'm hopeless to the whole thing, It's always just the one thing that you just can't get. Like, I could totally make blah, blah, by myself. But I don't have a cinnabar, and that's, impossible to get now, or something. Or like, that's not true, but I'm just saying that could be, an example of something super random, But, because, there's always things like that. Or they add an extra step, like digging a well. People don't want you to know, how easy or straightforward it is to, dig a well. People are like, but what if there's stuff buried in the ground, or it's illegal to dig, or what if you hit a pipe, or you got to dirt really far down, or you got to get equipment to do it, and there's all these things, you can't just drill a well. But it's like, to be honest, you can though, and people have been drilling wells for tens of thousands of years. We didn't even know how we did that, how we first came up with that, because it was so long ago. It's at least 10,000 years ago, I'm pretty sure. So digging wells doesn't take technology or all this crap. They just want you to think that because horsehair. They always just add an extra step, or there's always something. They always just add something to it to make it seem like, I can't do it easily, or I can't do it because of this, or I'm missing this. But a lot of times, they're just adding stuff to it. Things are a lot simpler than people realize. The internet or the world tries to make everything seem so complicated, but it's a lot of things are really straightforward. People just want you to think that everything's deep and complicated because there's profit and marketing and a whole thing behind that. And that's part of living in a capitalist society, and it's this whole deep thing, but you get it, right? But so anyways, before I digress too much, that's a little phrase I kind of sort of came up with. And so now, anytime I see something like that, that's what I say. Or anytime I'm thinking or looking up how to do something, or I always try to find what if anything ever seems like it's too complicated for me to do or try, you know, a lot of times it's just because somebody doesn't want you to be able to easily do it, you know what I mean? And I don't even know how deep that goes, you know? In all reality, maybe it's easy to make diamonds, you know? But they just say that, oh, you need the earth to do it, and you need millions and billions of years. But it wouldn't be that out of the question for all that to be nonsense. I'm not saying that it is. That's how conspiracies start or what, and I get that. But I'm just saying, we don't know how much information is controlled, or it is controlled more than we think even. And so, yeah, it could be easy to make gold or diamonds or to do this or that. And it's like, but they put a veil of mystery over it and they make it seem too complicated or, you know. But anyways, you know what I'm trying to say, right? They don't want everybody to know how easy everything is or things are, you know. And not that everything's easy, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Until next time, deuces.